Did you know that 93% of your communication has nothing to do with your words? It's your body language. And most of the people try to figure out how to be more attractive and how to be approachable. But they fail because they are ignoring the invisible signs that their bodies are sending during the communication. And in this video, I am going to reveal the 10 body language secrets that will instantly make you more attractive, more approachable, and that just completely change the way people perceives you. So without wasting time, let's dive in. Number 1, try to take up more space. Most of the people either sit like this, stand like this, and walk like this. All of are just apologizing for existence. And this closed and strong body postures shows that you have low confidence. It just not only impact on how people perceives you, it also impact how you feel about your own self. By the shrunk and closed body posture, you yourself feel insecure about your own self, and also it signals the low confidence to other people. Here's how you can change your body language. So firstly, you have to stop having this shrinking body postures and convert it into open body posture. Try to take up more space, and I don't mean you have to sit like this. Instead, you can try to sit like this. And if you are standing in the public setting, try to stand like this instead of standing like this. 2. Walk with the purpose. The way you walk in the room often decide what other people think about you even before you say a single word. And most of the people walk hesitantly, like they are walking with the short step, inconsistent pace, and their eyes are always around anything or they are on the ground. This just so that you are underconfident, and this also show that you are nervous. The human mind is wired to make assumption based of very little information, and if your body languages are like this, then the most of the people can sense that you are nervous, you are underconfident, and they will stop themselves to approach you. And this is why the walking style is the most loudest form of body language, and here's how you can master it. Here's walking with the purpose doesn't mean that you have to walk aggressively with faster pace and you have to act like you are confident. But you can simply try is just calm down your nervous system, gain the clarity of your energy and the place where you are, and try to make the consistent pace while walking. And also you can try is adopt the mindset like you are the queen or the king of this place. You are confident enough to own this place and deserve this position. So number 3 is learn to greet properly. So what people do is they just shake their hand like this, or they will greet like this. Like, what is this? Are you doing any formality to me? And worst of all, some people will do nothing at all. Like, they enter the room and they just start the conversation. Like, very weird. Greeting is the moment where your body language sets the tone, and it's the first impression that creates the impact on the other person's mind. And it's the moment where you are being judged before any conversation happened or before any arguments or any opinions has been shared. So here's how you can do the proper greeting. So firstly, you have to face the person. You have to do some little bit of eye contact. Then you have to do some firm handshake, like don't rush and don't be so formal like this. Just calm down and have the firm handshake, but ensure that you are doing it in a relaxed way. Then what you have to do is introduce your own self, like your name, your little bit of background, and what do you do and so stuff. Ask some simple question like how you are doing, how you know this place, and how you know this person or group, and that's it. The 4th point is eye contact. Now, most of us will agree that eye contact is weird. And yes, I do also agree that eye contact is weird. And that's why we end up doing these things like we'll pull out our phone and start scrolling. Either we'll be looking at anything in the room, like ceiling, the ground, the wall, or the antique piece, just to avoid the eye contact, because we feel uncomfortable while making the eye contact. and it also signals to other that we are feeling uncomfortable, we are not in control, we are underconfident, and we are nervous in this situation. Eye contact is the most loudest form of body language, and by using it you can be served as the most attractive person among the group, because it shows the sense of clarity, the sense of control, and it shows that the person is interested in the conversation and in the group. So here's how you can enhance your eye contact. So here, by eye contact, I do not mean you have to stare at the person or you have to see aggressively at the person, but the eye contact means the calm sense of control. So firstly, you have to try to look at the person's eye while lending a point or addressing your opinion, and then you can take a pause and excuse yourself from the situation and have the break while thinking or having the drink or something expressions, and then you have to come back again while addressing some point. Even when you are listening, try to maintain the eye contact while they are pointing their opinions, and if they do demand to think something, then you can have the pause and you can excuse yourself from the situation and think about it. And again, if they are pointing something, then you can also maintain the eye contact. That's it. The fifth point is nervous fidgeting. Well, if you visit any public setting or an event, you will be always noticing some people will be doing some nervous fidgeting. Like some of the people will scratching their head, correcting their hairs. Some of the people will correcting their jewelries, their outfit. Some of the people will biting their nails or constantly moving their legs and shivering their hands. And this signals that we are nervous. And in the psychology, it is called the pacifying behavior. It means in the situation, we say our brain constantly that we are okay in this situation. And in the outer world, it broadcasted as we are nervous, we are uncomfortable, and we are not okay. So here's how you can deal with it. So firstly, you have to catch yourself. So go to a public setting, go to an event, and introspect and notice that when you are fidgeting. Then what you have to do is just say calm down to your own self. Another way you can try is try to find a home for your hand. Like you have noticed that the most of fidgeting has been done with your hand. So what you have to do is just hold something. Like you can hold a phone, a bag, a lipstick or makeup. You can hold a drink, or if you are sitting, you can cross your arms like this. And if you are standing, then you can try to put your hands in your pocket or try to stand like this. So the another point is master the art of mirroring. So here, by mirroring, I do not mean that you have to copycat the other person, but the mirroring simply means you have to synchronize the pace, the energy, the tone, the expressions of the other person. And it is very attractive because it shows that the other person is interested, present, and vibing. So what you have to do is firstly be present at the moment. If you don't be the present at the moment, how you will be observing and how you will be mirroring the person, right? So firstly you have to be present at the moment. The second thing you have to do is observe the person, like observe the energy, the vibe, the pace, the expressions, and the overall tone and vibe of the person. Then you have to do is you have to match that expressions. Like if the other person is energetic, then you have to show the energetic reactions. And if the person is calm, and if the person is sad or something depressed, then you have to show the empathy and you have to show the stillness. And other than that, you can try is you can also mirror the hand gestures, the body language, and the postures as well. This will create the instant connection, and it will also boost the trust between the person, and it shows the person that the person is vibing and enjoying the company. Another point is giving and accepting the compliments. The instant way of being liked by other people is by giving the compliment. If you give the compliment, other person will be think that you are a thoughtful person, you are a caring person, and you are a considerate person, and you are likely to be assumed as a good person in their eyes. So here by compliments I do not mean that you have to do the flattering and you have to do the buttering to the person, but I mean that you have to firstly observe the person, their style, their dressing sense, their glasses, their personality, their overall character, and if you think that something is worth your appreciation, and go to that person, do appreciate that thing. And in the case of accepting the compliments, there are many people who will just reject and the downplay the compliments just to be the grounded person and the humble person. But the thing which is being broadcasted is they have discomfort with the praise, they don't believe in self-love, and they don't believe in the idea of appreciation, and they don't respect the effort of other person. So what you need to do is just realize your own worth and feel worthy about your own self. And if someone is putting effort in complimenting you and appreciating you, then respect their effort and say thank you and show the gratefulness towards them. That's it. Another point is master the art of steadiness. Well, the most clear signal of confidence is not the loudness, is not the dominance, but it's the steadiness. It's the ability to disagree and state your opinions without rushing, without over explaining, and without getting too much emotional reactive. It's just the warm realization that not everyone will be agree to you and not you need to agree to everyone. What most of the person do is when their inclination are not matched, they become aggressive, they become defensive, they will try to justify themselves, they will try to over explain, and they become reactive and angry at that moment. And what this signals is they are not flexible person and they are very inclined to their own notions and their own opinions. What you need to do is, if you catch yourself doing the same things, then you have to adopt the stillness and the steadiness in your response. So firstly, you have to slow down your response. If someone is demanding your reaction, then take a pause, think about it, and slow down your reaction. Like, you don't need to react instantly and immediately to anyone. After that, you just need to state your point very clearly once and avoid the over explanation and justification. Let the silence do that own game. Moreover, while landing your own point, ensure that you don't become the defensive and aggressive person. Here's a mindset you need to adopt is you can't win every conversation in the world, and there would be some degree of difference in every opinions and every conversation. Okay, so you need to normalize the difference between opinions. You need to respect your own opinion as well as other person's opinion. Another point is hand gesture. So look at this clip. And now look at this clip. You noticed what impact the hand gestures can make in the person's mind. Person who uses the hand gesture while saying will be more attractive than the person who don't use at all. We humans subconsciously believe that if someone is using their hand gestures and expression in explaining something, then the person is more approachable and the person is more confident. How we will be incorporating this hand gesture? So firstly, you need to practice the hand gestures while explaining. So, and I will say that ensure that you are not performing and you are not doing the fake things. Just try to be natural in the tone. Synchronize your hand gesture with whatever you are saying. If you are not synchronizing this very well, then you will become weird in public settings. The last point, exit the conversation gracefully. This is where everyone will struggle. Like, some of the people will disappear abruptly, or some of the people overstay out of politeness, or they just linger there because they don't know how to end up the conversation and they don't want to be rude in the conversation. And this discomfort just immediately showed up in their body language. Like, they start to shuffle, they took the half turn, they keep looking at that watch and the time, and they are smiling nervously and so of the stuff. It is completely okay if it is happening sometimes and in some occasions, but if it's happening over and over again and you are stuck in the loop, then it is a issue you need to address. Just show that you are very discomfort in saying goodbye and ending up the conversation, and you have low confidence to end up the conversation. It also signals that you have no respect towards your own time and you are a people pleaser. What you need to do is you have to treat your exit as the same way as you treat your entries. So firstly, you can try to do it in the verbal basis. Like you can say some phrases like, it was a nice and good conversation, I have to bounce up, so I hope we will catch up soon, and just exit the conversation. Secondly, you can try it non-verbally as well. Just show the body language that signals the exit of the conversation, like slightly step back or turn your back towards the exits, and that's it. Also, you don't need to apologize or over explain your exit. Like, I'm sorry, I have to go to home, I have to do this work, I have to attend this meeting, and etc. and etc. stuff. You just have to exit the conversation, and it is okay. Okay, so this was all the body language secret that you need to know, and I hope this video may help you in some ways in enhancing your body language. And yes, that's it for the video. We'll meet in another video. Till that, bye bye.